Hey guys, it's Jam, aka Karatula3 here, and as you may or may not know, the WCQ 2015 Japan Tokyo thing, basically it's the Nats for Japan, has finished, and well, it was dominated by heroes in the top 8. I believe 68 people qualified for this national. Wait, what? 68 people only entered? I believe it's probably a playoffs or something, like you need to qualify for it. I don't know how they do it there, so I think it's probably that system. It's very likely because more people should turn up to that. It's a national, so. And most of the decks that entered were most likely magicians, but I'm not gonna look it up, but I'm just assuming that because of the main deck stuff that the winner actually got, which I'll show first in this. The other tops were Clown Blade and Necros. I believe there's a couple of Necros and like one Clown Blade that topped in the top 8, but the rest were hero variant builds. And some of the builds were really interesting. You'll see soon. We're going to talk about them. And there's a Twitter account of one of the guys who topped, or one of the guys who showed a picture of the thing that topped. I don't know, but there you go. This is one of the standard hero build. It looks really similar to what we have, except we have Neos Alias instead of Stratos, because of course it's banned in our format. Stratos is at 1 there, so 1 Stratos is pretty standard in this hero deck, and they play a lot of monsters in this build because they have Tin Goldfish, Goblinberg, and a Summoner Monk. 1 Summoner only because it's banned, so they can't really do anything about that. 3 Halo lives. Triple a hero lives. Pay 1,000. Pay half your life points. Summon a hero from the deck. Standard to play 3. A really good card in this deck. Mass change, standard mass change, just like triple of it. And they don't really care about the 1 rotor because they have triple rotor for the heroes already. So the only thing that's a bit of a drawback for is the Goblinberg, because that's the only one that you can search with Goblinberg along with the other heroes. But regardless, you can search it with the E-hero. Call, triple MSTs, Feather Duster, 2 Reborn spells, Soul Charge and Monster Reborn. Of course, Monster Reborn's at 1 there while spanning ours. Triple Breakthrough Skill, that's insane. Triple Breakthrough Skill is a really interesting card because I think it's because of the Infinity and Play Hades plays that you can do in your opponent's turn in their format. And this is the funny part of the deck. 6 Call the Haunted. That is basically a Call the Haunted. Who cares? You know, Talonites play like loads of this card, but I've not seen anyone play 3. I don't know why you would play 3, but this guy must know something else, because or their format knows something else, because playing 3 of that can sometimes let you brick. But since you have 3 a hero lives and 3 E-Call, I guess it's easy to send at least 1 monster into grave, especially Shadow Mist, and then you can just keep on looping your Dark Lore and Bubbleman, what's his face, the acid guy. So I guess it kind of makes sense in their format. So I have triple Cord Haunted, 6 triple Cord Haunted, normal Solemn Warning, and a Judgment, because that's at 1 there and it's banning ours. But Judgment's a pretty staple card in there in OCG. And 2 ASF, Anti-Spell Fragrance, in the main, which I find really clever because most of the participants were probably pendulum based decks. You'll see in a bit why. Because the pendulum deck, as you know, the pendulum magician deck is very popular in Japan right now. A lot of people are trying it out and trying to build random ass decks because it's a really fast combo pendulum engine that you can just chuck into any decks. It's a pretty medium sized engine though, but it does work, as proven by this tournament. And extra deck, 2 Dark Lore, 1 of each of the level 8 that's they got the attributes of Acid, I think that's Kamikaze because you got Stratos, and Anki. And I think this card that you can't see clearly is Ptolemaeus, Ultimate Rare, because there should be 1 there. Emerald, Ken Gorgon, Delta Roche Utopia, the OP Utopia thing that can just go 5k into your face, you die. Armades effects as well, so you can't really respond to your Mirror Force. It's like It's a big fuck you to the face card. That's why they play Utopia, so that takes up 2 extra deck slots already, but it's totally worth it because 5k is freaking huge. And the standard Cyber Dragon Infinity with the diamond in the overlay into the Ptolemeus, which you just need 2 rare force for, and it's freaking easy to do in this deck because these cards and these cards let you summon them, and this card can just let you do it, and boom, man, you can just like, so let's say hello from the hand, like, well, okay, hello. 1 Ghost Ogre, these Forbidden Chalice and Lance. I find that interesting. I don't know what they side it in against. What they would side it in against. Dark Hole. Of course, Raigeki is banned there, so they have to make do with Dark Hole. Triple Compose, Diamond Dust. We don't have this deck. We don't have this card. It's a fuck you card to Necros. Just kill all monsters on the field, and I think it does damage as well. Fairy Wind is an anti-pendulum card. More anti-spell fragrance. I believe there's a crush card because Shadow Mist is 1000 attack, so that could be useful against certain decks. Probably the Pendulum deck, I'm not sure. But this is one of the guys, orange Japanese, so I believe this is the winner. Maybe it's not, but I'm assuming this is the winner. Now the next deck, another hero deck. Now this build doesn't have a lot of monsters in it. It doesn't run the Special and Tin Goldfish crap. It runs just 2 Shadow Mists, 2 Bowman, Stratos, and 1 card that you probably don't know, which is Dragodius, the Empire Warrior. I actually had to like re-look this up because it was not clear what it was. I don't know why they play this, but I need to, it's probably a funny way. The pendulum effect's really good actually. Just pitch 1, half the attack and reverse of your opponent's monster, so you need to keep on doing that, but you have to pitch cards from your hand and you can use it in the damage step, so it could be useful maybe against Necros and the Jinla. That's all I can think of. Possibly to run over their what you call it, Dark Law, because a lot of people played heroes. A lot of the top players played heroes, so that might be why. And the monster effect. If it's in the monster stone and it dies, you search your deck for a warrior spellcaster with 2000 less attack from your deck to your hand. That's probably not used a lot. It's a very slow effect, but in this deck, I don't know why you play it. But apart from the pendulum effect, which is probably the only reason why, to kill Dark Law or Jinlocks, and triple of this, triple of that, 1 Rota. And instant fusion because Nodon's a thing there. It's basically a monster reborn, and this guy also plays 6 of the Cold Haunted trap cards, which makes sense in this one because you've only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 monsters that normally goes to the graveyard because that will go to the Pendulum Stone, so you can't really use it as a target. And fuck loads of traps. Like look at that. Fuck loads of traps. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, shit tons of traps. It's like 20 traps or something, 20, 25, I don't know. Which is insane. This reminds me of the old hero decks that just ran a couple of monsters when Stratos was a thing. So there's probably a resurrection version of that. And I believe the hero monsters are just cannon fodders for rank 4 shenanigans, and then you detach and shit, and then reborn them again, reborn, endless resources. And then extra inside you have this guy Tin Goldfish. Fuck knows what that is. I don't know what that is. I'll look it up after this video and posted it in the description. Sorry about that, I don't know what that is. Eccentric Archfiend. It's Exiled Force or MST in the Pendulum Zone. In Monster Zone, it's Exiled Force. It's a 2-in-1 card, recyclable, amazing card. Makes sense why they play it. Mass Change second because it might run out of Mass Change. I think they played 2, 3. Okay, then yeah, that makes sense. If they need more Mass Changes. And Swaying Gaze, and that's a good card against Pendulum deck. You basically just MST both Pendulum decks, burn them for damage, and add a Pendulum monster. So you can add. I'm assuming they add eccentric archfiend or this Dragodius thing with the search, because you can just add any pendulum monsters if you pop 2 pendulum scales. So just chain it on there. With activation, don't even chain it, just activate a second pendulum scale, activate this, pop both theirs, burn 500, and then the pendulum monster. An interesting one in the side deck is Exhaust and Concealing Light. Since they're probably Necros, then I'm assuming it's just for Chin Lockout, since they don't have Regeki. And against Dark Law, it's really good as well. And that's Diamond Dust, because it's anti-Necros. Necros still a thing there. And the standard rank 4 engine, but they played Dig Volsark and Shockmaster. Of course, Shockmaster's an insane card. I was surprised the first guy didn't play it in their deck. They didn't play in the deck, and this guy did. And Noden, another Monster Reborn card, and there's all the Mask Heroes. That's got the right attributes in this deck. That's actually good Mask Heroes. 2 Dark Law, Acid, Anki, and Kamikaze. And then the next deck, and this is one of the more interesting ones, which mixes 2 decks in one. It's still heroes. Hero Pendulums, Pendulum Magicians. And it played, oh sorry, it's I've got to rotate my head 90 degrees to see this, you'd probably do as well. But I know most of the cards. Triple Inside Magician, the Pop Guy Search, I think that's a Peasant Dragon Magician, like 3 of that Peasant Dragon Magician. Antithesis Magician, negate or light monsters. Triple of the Dragon Magicians, that's level 7, and one of the level 4. The good one is this guy because his scale is 8, so definitely play triple of him. Performer Pal, Pendulum Wizard, and triple of the Skull Acrobat, the Joker guy. Just sort of normal summoner is the Neb, and search any Performer Pal or Wizard, Pendulum, whatever at hand. It's a very good card. Good normal summon. Triple Veiler, that's a lot, but yeah, Triple Veiler. In the Triple Shadow Mist and Stratos, they don't play Bubble Man because they play this bird bastard that just negates everything. Just goes negate, bounce back to hand, and you know why they play it, because pendulums. Yes, there's a pendulum, bounce, negate, pendulum, bounce, negate. Keep on doing it every turn. If you've got 2, you probably won the game. And they can't destroy your scales, they can't destroy it because you can negate it, of course. So if you get 2 or 1, it's just a ridiculous card. And they play 3 of that because I think it's unsearchable, so of course it makes sense to play 3. So, and this card is hard to find right now in the TCG market, so if you want to play this deck soon with this card, you should look for it as soon as possible, because people are going to buy the fuck out of this card. So yeah. And traps, just 5 traps, torrential, double torrential. Solemn Scolding, which I find interesting. The solemn, the other solemn, the 2 solemn warning and judgment. Just 1 mass change. Dark Hole, Book of Moon. I think you know these cards already. 2 Summoner Sword because you can search this level 7 bastard, and 2 Pendulum Calls because this is the consistency card. You just pitch a card, search 2 different Pendulum Wizards, and there you go. You get 2 cards for 2 cards. While having this additional effect of them not being destroyed until the end of your opponent's turn, or until the end of your turn. I can't remember, but I think it's the end of your opponent's turn. So yeah, this is the Hero Pendulum Magician build. It plays a lot of monsters, but to be fair, these are also spells at the same time, so they're not really all monsters. That's one of the builds that topped. And finally, the most interesting deck, drumroll, whatever, blah 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 blah. This is the Infernity Magician Hero deck. Oh god, look at that. Shit. And, you know, Infernity has been hit in TCG, but in OCG it's not been hit apart from Launcher, because of course Launcher is broken as fuck. So, triple Archfiend, 1 Necromancer. I find it weird they play 1, but there's probably a reason why, because it's not level 4, that's probably the main reason why. Triple Stygian, Street Patrol, Dark Grepher, and Armageddon Knight. Now these guys combo with the Dark monsters, and there you go, there's the Hero engine. There's only 4 4, 5, 6, 7 cards that are heroes in this deck. One Shadow Mist, one Bubble Man, one Stratos, and triple a hero lives triple with 3 targets, and one Mass Change, just to make the Outlaw, just add in the Salt when you've already got loads of monsters like double barrier and shit, and you win. And there you go, the standard Magician, Pendulum Magician engine, triple Antithesis. I'm surprised he only played one of this guy, so I'm just gonna go in ahead and assume that he uses the Skullcrobat Joker as the 8th scale, because the 8th scale guy, this guy you probably don't wanna normal summon him because he got better normal summons such as Dark Wrath for Armageddon Knight and Stratos, and one Eccentric Archfiend for the additional MST or Exile Force. Triple of this because this card is really good. You search. One Rotor, that's so useful because you can search this guy and any of the heroes. It's a lot of options you get given. And RB7 does stuff. Foolish. I think I missed one card. This is the Archfiend Heiress. If he goes to grave, you search an Archfiend card, and of course you know you can search Archfiend with it. Infernity Archfiend. But you can also search Archfiend Heiress. Not Archfiend Heiress. Eccentric Archfiend. So that's a good thing. Another synergy going on there in this deck. Infernity Break, just one. They got barrier at 3 there, so they can play as many as they want, but this guy just opted in to play 2, and Judgment to negate more stuff, because that's got 3 barriers. It's insane. He just sets up. I believe this guy probably went off easily because of the pendulum stuff, so just got pendulum, summon Archfiend, blah 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 blah. Just do 50 moves and plus 10 or some shit first turn. And extra deck. Of course, they got 2 Lavalval Chains because we know Infinity's abuse that cost so much. The Utopia guy, standard Ptolemaeus, Shockmaster, Exciton, blah blah blah, and one Darklaw. Pretty standard, and a Shockmaster as well. Pretty standard rank 4 options. Not even rank 5 because you can just rank up the rank 4. So I'm not gonna say rank 5. That's not rank 5 extra deck. And side deck, it's a funny side deck that because of the Cyberstein, that's a unlimited card in there. It's the effect of it is basically pay 5,000, summon Exteriors, and say fuck you to Necros and stuff. So there you go, and he's unlimited there. As I said, crazy good card if you get it off first turn. If you go first, you just summon Exterior and stop all their moves. If they all draw 5 spells or like traps that you scoop, because they use Exterior is just going to negate everything, unless it is a barrier, of course, or a Solemn Judgment. And Dark Hole, because they've got no Drageki, triple MST, and double Twister, because I think not everyone, like most hero decks played 6 of the Call of the Haunted crap, so it makes sense, and it's also good against. OCG side deck don't have a lot of floodgates. In the lists we looked at, I think it was only Anti-Spell Fragrance that was a floodgate, so that's probably why they have this Anti-Spell Fragrance crap, because it just kills the pendulum scales. If they went first, flip Anti-Spell Fragrance, you can't set your scales, so you lose. So if you got MST, side in 5 MSTs, Twister, of course, MST is the same thing. You just chain it on Anti-Spell Fragrance, draw phase, standby phase, and there you go, you can set your pendulum scales. And hope they don't have a second one or a third one, and then that's when you scoop. 2 Eclipse and triple Diamond Dust. I think it's for the Necros matchup because Necro is still a thing there. There you go. There's the last one of the decks I'm going to look at that actually has heroes in it that we got pictures of and stuff. I think we forgot to look at the extra deck of this, but they got deck dev. Ooh, deck dev in this one. This was the previous one. This is the just the Pendulum Hero one. Sorry, I forgot to look at this one. And the extra deck is pretty standard. Let me see if they've got anything else. They got Red Eyes, the indestructible bastard Red Eyes. If it's got Exceed Material, you can't destroy it. And if you activate anything, your opponent activates stuff, they burn 500, so it's like Chain Energy, but one-sided Chain Energy. Triple Swaying Gaze, which wow, that's like insane. Triple Swaying Gaze is a pretty standard side deck because you have the Magician guys. So I said insane because Soul Breaker, the Magical Warrior. I don't know why this guy plays it. That's a really interesting option. Maybe you just love Breaker, but yeah, Breaker's like a pop guy, big back row pop. I'm just thinking they probably have breaker because it's an out to anti-spell fragrance first turn, so you summon breaker, hopefully it doesn't get negated or compulsed or etc. And you just pop the anti-spell fragrance, so you can say scales and Ghost Ogre, double Ghost Ogre, stop Ptolemaeus from turning into a fucking Cyber Dragon Infinity. So yeah, there's the all the side deck and main deck of the hero cards as a deck. Yeah, it's been nice talking to you. It's Jam aka Karatula free here. If you like this talk, please leave a like. If you want any more talks, suggest one in the comments below. I can't really think of anything to talk about, so your suggestions would help a lot. So there you go. And if you want to know what we're going to have soon, like new videos and stuff, subscribe. So YouTube tells you when they're all up. So yeah, anyway, it's one of the second times I've done this talk stuff, so I don't know how well it's gonna do, so yeah, whatever. I hope you like that. So yeah, thanks for watching guys, bye bye, take care.